A few months before we even met, Scott had been talking nonstop about some music festival called Bonnaroo down in Tennessee and asked if I wanted to go with him. I was not into hippie music as much as he was, but I agreed to be his margarita boy. Besides, I was always up for a road trip adventure. It was one of the longest days of my life. Scott and I left Cranston, Rhode Island mid-morning on the 13th and drove through rest stop after rest stop until we made it to Manchester, Tennessee around sunrise. At that point, I did not know if the sun was rising or setting, but I knew I was drunk. Normally, seeing 7,000 tired and angry people would be miserable, but I was energized. However, out of the 20-plus lanes of traffic, dozens of camping areas that we could have been directed to, we ended up 2 cars away from the girls proudly displaying their great Canadian beaver. I was gobsmacked. After setting up our paradise in a tent and all of the other comforts of home we had, it was time to crack a beer and relax. It's a little fuzzy on who talked to whom first, but after a couple of minutes, the Canadian girls were basking in our shady oasis instead of baking in the sun of their sight. It was then that I first met Stephanie. My first impression was that she was beautiful, talented, and talked funny. Due to our lack of interest in music, we ended up hanging out most of the next day. We chilled, cooling off in the misting tents and had an instant connection back at the camp that night. She said something like, "If you don't kiss me before they come back, I'm going to be really pissed off."
Thank you. That was oh my god.
I think I was going for accuracy on that.
Yeah. I'm glad that the true story is out there. Thank you.
Furries. It's been bossing me around ever since. At the end of the weekend,
He's such a gentleman, Carol.
She gave me her number and said, "Call me or die," and the rest is history.
That's pretty much what he sent me.